What's up?
Yo, we back.
Oh shit!
We back. Overstanding, my brother.
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling excellent today.
Okay.
I'm feeling blessed today, man. Sun shining on the king today,
I
man.
see. Looking sharp, looking good.
Thank you. I mean, you
feel
know,
me? Looking
sometimes,
clean like always.
sometimes I take something out the closet, you know what I'm saying, and put it on my body. You feel me?
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? But for real, I'm feeling blessed because we got sponsors. So before we do anything, shout out Six Kings Entertainment.
Oh yeah, Six
You know what I'm
Kings,
saying?
ENT.
Shout out Conscious Minds, the Cannabis Club, for all your delights, cannabis. And then my bro, Mario plugged us with the 510 Coast.
What's this?
From Hella Coastal Breweries.
What he
Hella
said?
Coastal Breweries, black-owned
Okay.
brewery.
510 Coast?
Yeah,
Okay.
510 Coast. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
this is clean.
Tastes
Black owned independent?
Black owned independent tastes real good, you know what I mean?
This is clean.
Yeah.
I like this. I like
So
this,
you know, the sponsorship is growing, man. They got the Scraper Season Saison, you know.
Saison.
This Scraper Season Saison. They keep it real local, you know. They keep
I
it
like
culture inspired,
I like
you know,
that.
authentic from the soil. So I appreciate them for that, you know.
You know, independent local companies. I like that.
Yeah.
Support small businesses.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
why I'm feeling
and
good. That's why I'm feeling good.
I like it. I like that. I like the positivity. I like what you spreading out here. You know, I'm doing good. You know,
how are you doing,
since
my
you ain't
brother?
gonna ask me.
No, I was trying to say that's how I'm doing. How are you doing, brother? How are you doing, brother?
Doing good, brother. Doing good, man. Can't complain. Blessed as always.
Yeah.
You know, I got a little one, and he's starting to be mobile now. So,
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good one.
Oh,
that's good watching him grow. And, you
He
know.
on those ones, huh?
Oh yeah. He's doing the fast ones. He's pulling fast ones. You know, I gotta keep my head on a swivel. So
Yeah.
but it's all love. It's all good. Can't trade it in for nothing. But
Yeah, man. Enjoy that time.
oh,
man.
for sure. But
That
let's
time
get
is valuable.
into it, man.
Let's get into it. We got a lot to get into tonight.
Yes, we do.
I think we got a lot to get into tonight.
I believe so.
So since you know we introduced the show, you know, featuring cannabis products, you know, it makes me think about this dynamic.
I'm gonna go ahead and try.
Yeah,
this,
go on and try that, bro, because it's actually
this,
really
you
smacking.
know,
It's actually really smacking.
This 510 Kolsch.
Yeah,
And just see what it's about. But go ahead,
brother. It reminded me of this conversation that we was having. It was reminding me of that conversation that we was having about getting loaded. And what are people getting high on? Because we all know that there's like drug epidemic going on with opioid crisis, and you know, it's a lot of legalizing marijuana, and there may be some controversy with some of these decisions, you know what I'm saying? But it made me think while we was talking, like, what are people getting high on? And for real,
right?
you know, it's a whole host of drugs. So in no way are we saying, like, we're not encouraging no drug use.
Not at all.
We're not encouraging, like, people to, you know, take illicit or illegal or unprescribed medication and drugs, but we are recognizing that it's a lot of shit going on and people are taking drugs.
Right, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of side effects. There's a lot of long-term side effects.
Okay.
That you need to know if you're gonna partake in, you know, and party and do these things. Like, I mean, we're not here to judge. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that you need to know exactly what you're getting into.
Yeah.
And needing to know how to handle it. Because you know one thing I don't like? Like, I just see somebody you can just tell is just dumb loaded, right?
Uh-oh.
Just on
They out of pocket?
On one.
Yeah, what are they doing? What are they doing? Give me an example. What they doing?
You ever seen the zombie?
Oh, yeah, I seen the zombie.
I seen the zombie just, right. So you got the zombie.
Yeah.
You got the aggressive one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Want to tap everybody, want to touch you.
Right.
Yeah.
You a touchy feely, will all of your,
face.
you know.
Yeah.
Personal. Can we get that shit?
A little too aggressive.
Exactly.
Yeah, he might get handsy with a girl, and then there's consequences for that.
Hey, you know, gotta watch the touchies ones.
Yeah.
I'm just
you don't
saying.
know who watching.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, you know, and goddamn, I don't even know where the fuck I was going with that, brother.
Okay, it's all good.
Yeah.
We was talking about people under the influence.
Yeah, yeah.
So as we're talking about people under the influence, right? We was talking about what are you getting high on, but it made me think about other ways that people have achieved this like euphoria kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So like, have you ever heard of a runner's high?
A runner's high.
Yeah.
What is that?
A runner's high is like a feeling of euphoria described by long distance runners and a lot of people who are track athletes.
Yes, I have.
Where they're just through like the release of endorphins, there's this sense of elevation and lightness and euphoria.
Right.
So it made me think about like alternative ways people get high, because a lot of the shit, blood, I'm gonna just keep it real. It's a lot of people that are self-medicating, and it's a lot of dysfunction with the drug use. It's a lot of drug abuse.
Definitely, and talking about the drug abuse, to kind of come back to what I was trying to say, because it came back to me.
Thank you.
Is that
510 coach Helicoastal.
There you go. But is that people they're out here taking these substances and they don't know how to handle it, right?
Thank you
and
very
they're
much.
out here doing the most, and it's like you don't even know at the time how you're acting until the next day when somebody lets you know, like, damn, you were kind of tripping, you were kind of on one.
Yeah, people black out all the time, blood.
Oh yeah, yes they do.
Oh shit!
So I'm just saying, like, just be aware, of all the drugs that are out there now. Whatever it is, or whatever it is. Now, some people may say marijuana is not a drug.
Yeah,
it's a healer. It's
for
a
sure,
medicine.
medicinal from the earth.
Right,
from the earth.
From the earth.
Yeah, but you know what they're doing?
Oh shit!
You know what they're doing these days, though?
What are they doing?
They are manipulating the growth process to produce a different kind of product.
Explain.
Okay, so weed, number one, is a natural plant, and males and females do this thing to produce more marijuana, right?
Okay.
So pollen is released, the buds catch that, feed those seeds, more of these plants are produced. That was the general thing as they were developed by nature.
All right.
When scientists figured out that, well, basically natives, like indigenous people that were scientists, figured out that when you separated the female, the buds just grew bigger and bigger and produced the effects of like euphoria, when you're getting high.
Mm-hmm.
So when that kind of discovery was made, now you have sinsemilla, which is weed with no seeds, right? And from there,
Would you say that's cloning?
They do cloning, but cloning is basically cutting off something from a mother, making it into its own plant, and then letting it do what it do, like bud and everything. But what I'm getting at is certain shit is manipulated these days with nutrients, with certain growing techniques to increase the THC levels in the marijuana.
Right. Okay, so
there has never been niggas is breaking records these days. Feel me?
With the level of THC.
With the levels of THC
right,
that's in the shit.
Because I remember seeing THC levels being like 20.
Yeah, nah, it's
or
30s
25,
and 30s
and I was high.
30s and 40s these
days.
And they keep running.
Right. So
they keep running.
So look into that. Look into that. I mean, marijuana is definitely, some will say it's a healer, some will say it helps with anxiety, and there's a lot of articles and documentaries and stuff you can read about it.
Yeah.
But
there are some articles that are out there that really speak to the negative side effects of marijuana, which is one of the things that I just really need to kind of like draw some attention to, right?
Go ahead.
So
Let's speak on it.
So let me speak on this, bud. Denverurology.com says, in fact, men who use marijuana more than once a week have nearly a 30% reduction in sperm count and sperm concentration. And this has been shown to last 5 to 6 weeks even after they stop using marijuana. That was in May of 2020. So there are studies out there that say chronic marijuana use or regular marijuana use affects men's sperm count. And I just wonder, because there are people out there, I saw a lecture, I think, by one of the brothers, I think his last name was Muhammad, but I swear, I put that on everything I love, no pun intended. No pun intended.
Go ahead. I think his name was
Oh, shit.
Go ahead, brother.
Listen, but he was talking about an idea that the legalization of marijuana is another strategy to keep people locked in the matrix, keep you, high and under the influence, so you're not paying attention to or reactive to some of the more egregious kinds of violations of your rights or oversteps when it comes to the government. You know what I mean?
Oh, man,
so saying not only does it affect your sperm count, but it also basically anesthetizes you. Feel me? So that you're not the warrior that you could be, or you're not, you know what I mean? So, I seen Sha'Carri Richardson run, and maybe she was smoking some weed while she was running. Not running actual
right,
race,
not while she was
not
running.
While she was
Let's
running,
clean that up, because man, it was.
But
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
There's some people out there beasting off weed, but the higher levels of THC, the higher levels of the concentrates, and the legalization and the masses, I don't know, man.
I would say this, bro.
There may be some controversy.
I would say this. I would say this. Sha'Carri. I'm sorry. I don't like messing up names.
Sha'Carri.
So her name is Sha'Carri. Her situation, because I didn't think we were going to get into it tonight, but her situation is a little different. it really doesn't have nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah, but it's rules.
But it's
rules to the thing.
It's not that it's rules. I'm just saying that she beasted off of tree.
Yeah.
So the thing is that it has some side effects, but it's not. First of all, everybody is different, and everything that you ingest and everything that you take would affect you differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would either be higher or lower. It just
might hit you different.
It will hit you different regardless. So these, effects or long-term effects are not prevalent in everyone.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
And it's so I would feel like, because it has a lot of good to it. People use it as, for anxiety, helps for appetite.
For sure.
Helps to sleep.
Pain management.
Helps for pain.
You can make bombs
for
out
joints.
of it. We know this.
For when women are feeling kind of nauseating, or I don't know when it's on. I don't know the political correct term of when they're on their time of the month, right?
You mean ovulation?
Menstrual
ovulation. Cycle?
Yeah, menstrual cycle.
Menstrual cycle. Yeah,
but at that time of the month, and they're having
my bad.
And they're having cramps and stuff like that. They actually are topicals that you can use that can help with pain and all kinds of headaches and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but to our original topic, what are you getting high on? The whole premise is, it's just being aware of what you're putting in your body at the end of the day.
And considering some alternatives.
And considering some alternative, and knowing your limits. But before we get into the alternatives, and I like how we're talking about marijuana. Let's stay on marijuana right now.
Yeah.
Do you know one of the reasons why marijuana is illegal?
Tell me one of the reasons why.
Man, because I was just reading, You know, and I came across this the other day. And if you're aware of, have you ever heard of the person Harry Anslinger? Have you ever heard of that name?
Hell no, but he sound like somebody that probably owns something.
Yeah, Harry Anslinger, for those who don't know, like he served as the first commissioner of the U.S. Treasury Department and the FBI of narcotics during the presidency of Hoover. Not only Hoover, but Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, and Kennedy.
Wow.
So he was
career politician.
Ingrained. And he had this big war against drugs, specifically marijuana. Because, you know, the reason, this is what he testified as. You know, he claimed that, you know, black people and Latinos were the primary users, and it made them forget their place in society.
Oh, so now y'all niggas getting out of place.
Pretty much. And another thing is that, you know, it initially became illegal in 1937, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he testified or if a man testified back then, you know, who knew what the rules were.
Yeah.
But a man testified that the drugs were making white women want to, you know, be with black men.
Woo.
You feel me?
Woo, they scared of.
So
they scared of.
It was considered like the love drug.
They scared of Mandingo. Woo.
It was considered the love drug. So it's like they didn't want no parts. He was like, "Oh fuck no, y'all trying to you know get in and
trying to get my bitch. You trying to take my bitch.
Right.
You trying to take my bitch.
Trying to take my woman.
Yeah, let's just keep it real. Excuse me.
Come on,
Excuse
man.
my French ladies.
You know,
trying to take my bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! He wasn't going for it.
Yeah,
he wasn't standing for it. So
I heard that the paper industry also.
Oh, speak on it, because you told me about this earlier.
I heard the paper industry also had a part in putting propaganda out against marijuana because they were threatened by the impact that hemp could make on the paper industry.
Oh, wow.
Because original paper was hemp. Like when you talk about like the oldest papyrus, those are a lot of those like old texts were made from hemp paper. You know what I mean? So hemp is less expensive. I think more durable. It's a real competitor when it comes to paper. The other textile kinds of things like thread,
right?
You know, fiber,
right?
For cotton or like clothing, things like that. It's a really, really strong thing. So marijuana provides more than just like healing and benefits to the body, but also to the earth because it's biodegradable.
Right.
You know what I mean? But strengthen those roots. You know?
But I just don't like the stigma it gets. That's just my whole thing about it. Like it gets a bad stigma, and a lot of people have their own vices, as in, you know, whether it be alcohol or prescription pills or cocaine, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like
so this is what I wanted to do, was just like try and highlight alternatives, because
let's talk about that. Let's talk about the alternatives. Because
the alternatives, like, people can achieve this sense of euphoria through fasting.
Yes, they can.
You know,
exercising.
Mm-hmm. You know,
picking up a hobby.
You know, better be a good hobby too.
I mean,
better be a good hobby. It better be a hobby that got
keep you busy,
keep you busy,
you
and
know?
keep you interested, keep your mind working,
keep your mind working. Facts.
But people taking herbal supplements, you know, that actually can boost or elevate your mood, reduce anxiety, all kinds of stuff like that.
And that goes hand in hand with the, you know, the clean eating and actually identifying, you know, healthy foods that, you know, what is healthy, you know, because we kind of miss it, you know, especially in our community. A lot of us think some stuff are healthy when they're really not healthy.
Education is key.
All that lunch meat you're eating, that shit is not healthy. All that processed meat you're eating, that shit is not healthy. Cold cuts, those sandwiches, shit is not healthy.
Cool. Yeah.
It's not cool. That's the shit that's giving us cancer. And hey, if you want to live longer, eat well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Put herbs in your body, and that's all we're promoting herbs and a few little,
Yeah. On a final note on this one, Blood, I just want to say, have you considered the legalization of drugs? And this ain't just a United States trend. This is like a worldwide trend.
Go ahead.
Do you think that the legalization of drugs has anything to do with an agenda to either control people or leverage people? And what I mean by that is, have you ever thought about whether or not this drug use leads to long-term illnesses that the hospitals and drug makers create lifelong customers off of? Like, for instance, the drug use, the whole share a needle program, like the Clean Needles program,
right,
creates a dynamic where needle manufacturers get big money because they're producing so many of them for the free needle program that the taxpayers are paying for.
Oh man,
does that make sense?
Man, you're going deeper.
Does that make sense?
I mean, you're going deep. It makes.
I just wonder if there is a bigger thing going on where they're trying to make you sick, just like they're trying to do with the food. Just like they're trying to do with the policies, like wear a mask and fuck up your immune system.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I wonder if there's something going on where legalizes dope so that you all smoke till your lungs fall out, especially the woods. and then
you're right,
you got a long term. And then you got shout out, I got love for the woods, man. I got love for the Gatorback throw.
Single out there.
I got love for the Gatorback throw. But I will say, that there might be something to an agenda for people to be a little bit sick. You know what I'm saying? Or susceptible.
I see how you connected it there. You feel me?
Woo.
I see, man. Yeah. I'm following. I was a little off track for a second, but then I hop back on, so I'm following. But I'll say this though, I can see how there's a connection there, especially with these prescription pills, and all these. Fentanyls and amphetamines. Do you know fentanyl is a drug that they actually give women when they're in labor?
Wow.
As a painkiller?
Wow.
They give them fentanyl, before the epidural.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So these drugs that are being abused, the real dope, we already said who the real dope dealers are.
Oh yeah, we know who they are.
They're Big Pharma. We already know. Programs, and then there's the Clean Needle, and then there's not only the Clean Needle, but there's even a program in some places where they give you clean drugs. You know what I mean? Or they make it a safe zone because of crime. I understand it's supposed to make society better, Me personally, if it's for a good cause and it's supposed to make society better, then why not? Try it out. Because the old way, what do you want to do? Go over there, whoop them up, put them in jail, like... Yeah. It takes social services, and it takes somebody like mental health workers and social workers and people who have expertise in that field
for sure
to change a situation. Not have the police and the army come and just spray them off and get them up out of there.
Yeah. So
anyway, but just to get into something else, let's talk about something else, because I think we've talked about the drugs or the herbal supplements or however you getting high.
And what's your alternatives?
We gave you some alternatives, and we had the meditation, if I didn't mention that, and there's also prayers.
Yeah.
So I know people are like I don't know, some people are wild right now, don't believe in God. I don't know. I'm still the person that believes in God. And prayers / meditation, they all go a long way. But let's get on to the next thing that I came across, brother.
All right.
And,
So
and I was telling you,
what was on your ticker tape today, blood? What you see? What you come across?
So I came across a video, right?
Yeah.
And this video was talking about basically just black communities, thriving communities that were just washed away by either the county or by, the state in order to create, lakes or place for recreation. We can go boating, or if you want to park, you talk
about the ghost of Lake Lanier.
Man, that's only one of them.
That's only one of them.
That's only one. That's one.
I heard about the ghost of Lake Lanier, right?
Man,
I heard about
that wasn't even on my list. But go ahead, speak on it.
I heard. I seen Instagram.
Go ahead.
The girl was twerking on the boat, and then
soul snatched her.
She just soul snatched her into the water.
I saw that.
Yeah. It was funny, but what ain't funny is black people being displaced. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
I don't think that's a joke at all, and I think that shit's still happening. But tell me about these communities, bro.
Yeah, let me tell you. It's definitely is not a laughing matter, and it's something that's been happening. It still happens. With gentrification.
Yeah.
And it's not really being taught or explained. Or there's no kind of accountability. But this video came across me, and there's it was just naming a lot of black communities that have pretty much just been washed away. And I'm going to tell you all about a few. You feel me? There was one about there was a town called of Oscarville in Forsyth County, Georgia.
Okay.
It was flooded by the county to make a lake. This was
by the city government.
It was flooded by Forsyth County government.
I think Forsyth.
Or Forsyth. I
don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Probably.
I could be. Don't let me fucking correct.
In Georgia, they washed away. They flooded a town called Oscarville. To make a lake, and that's not only one. There's another one called Kowaliga, Alabama. It was a thriving black community with the first black college, first black railroad. Had families of over 100,000 families, and now it's Lake Martin.
Wow.
You feel me? In Alabama.
Wow.
This is all fake. This is not made up. This is not alternative. Shit. Let's even talk about something that everybody knows. Let's not even talk about the South, like Georgia and Alabama.
I would say black people and black communities getting taken out intentionally. Not it's riots like the Rosewood situation, like the Tulsa, Oklahoma situation. Those just stand out because there was a lot of violence connected to it, right?
Right.
Because these ones sound like this is like government decisions.
Yeah, these are decisions made by people in council, or where it be I wouldn't even say council because that's more of on a more local level. And I think when you're talking about it could be that city council, it could be that city council, the government, the state, but just the higher ups, and not really the people, the people who the day-to-day residents in there. And like let me get back to kind of like a list, because people may not know about Kowaliga. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'm sorry. But Kowaliga, Alabama. Instead of, you don't want to talk about that. Cool. Let me try that shit. Kowaliga. Kowaliga, Alabama. Let's go with that. Kowaliga. We're gonna go with that.
So spell that shit, bud.
Kowaliga.
Kowaliga, Alabama.
Kowaliga, Alabama.
I think so.
And they were thriving, a thriving ass community. You feel me? Just washed away. Now it's Lake Martin. So if y'all don't want to talk about the South, let's talk about something everybody knows: Central Park, New York.
Oh wow,
Central Park, New York.
Yeah, right? I heard about it.
It had a black community there before it was Central Park. There was a black community there called York Hill, and York Hill was destroyed, to build the Central Park Reserve.
Wow.
Or reservoir. I'm sorry, not the reserve, but the reservoir.
I thought it was Seneca Village.
Now I'm gonna get into that.
Okay.
I'm going to get into that because when the people of York Hill got displaced, they all went and found haven in Seneca Villa. They all moved to Seneca Village. And a few years later, the New York government, the New York State, the government, they destroyed Seneca Village so that they can build the Central Park that you know today. You know what I mean?
Eminent domain.
This is real spill. This is news. This is stuff that is not being taught.
Yeah.
This is American history. This is not, and that's why I have an issue with when you go into the education system and you see a class for U.S. history and then you see African American history. Don't give me that fucking shit. African American history is U.S. history because it wasn't happening in Mars. You feel me? So, oh shit! It's deeper than calling me a nigga to my face.
Whoa!
But a lot of people don't want to have that conversation.
Whoa!
They try to feel like, because I don't say the word nigga and I don't curse, that I'm not racist. But they don't even know that some people, every decision that they make, every decision to where they go to eat, to where they go to shop, to where they go to live. Every decision is based subconsciously. They don't even know it's based off of race. Woo! Because the black man, what do they
threatened?
Come on now. Let me not go on a tangent because I'm
I know.
Going off. You feel me?
You go in.
I'm going
off. Let's slow down.
Let's get back to the black community.
I will say, let me just say that black erasure and black displacement, black disregard is not a new thing. You feel me?
Come on, man. They still doing it to this day.
To this day. I mean, they still exclude certain kinds of black imagery from the mass media marketing and advertisements. They'll show you a mixed race couple, but they won't show you too many all black couples that are thriving and not like in financial bind on the commercials and shit like that.
Come on, man. Come on.
It's
very few.
They might show you some female mothers and children, and those children might be young bosses or Miss Attitude or whatever, but you might not see those same kind of masculine men with their sons in the advertisements and in the media portrayals. You know what I mean?
No facts.
Black erasure, certain parts of the black experience get highlighted, and some of the other black experiences get muted.
Yeah, no facts. Just to get back to the communities, if y'all don't believe us, because I know from time to time we may talk about some stuff that y'all up for debate, but this is real. You can search this, you can Google this, and just in case, there's many like Henry and McKee Island, now located under Lake Guntersville in Alabama. You know what I mean? Vanport, Oregon, which is now located under Delta Park. You know what I mean? Bruce's Beach, Manhattan Beach
is
now Manhattan Beach.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
And they should be getting some of that back. I think Bruce's Beach is going back to
I think so. And if that's the case, then let's make that happen. Don't give them some. Give them their rightful due. Give them all. Give them what they had.
Those millions. Those millions. Run those millions.
Billions.
Run those billions.
So let's get into the what the fuck, man. What the fuck moment?
Because it feels like it's
WTF,
a what the fuck
WTF, man.
I think it feels like the what the fuck time. So what's the what the fuck moment today?
All right, man. So
talk to me.
For those who don't know, the Haitian president was assassinated.
Damn.
Damn, son, where'd you find?
Come on, man. I don't think that's the right one. Was that the right one for the?
I'm gonna lick a shot. I'm gonna lick a shot for the president for the Haitian.
Our Haitian brethren.
Yeah, please. Respect.
So I don't know how the Haitian community is taking this. But, I stand with the Haitian community if y'all really mess with this dude. If he was really for the people,
agreed.
It's a big loss. And I stand with y'all. And if he wasn't and he was just a slimy dude, then fuck that nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to the story, I was going through it and I saw that, several tied to the Haitian assassination plot were previously U.S. law enforcement.
Whoa.
Crazy,
whoa. Right? You saying that there's a United States connection?
Yeah.
Whoa.
A United States connection to the assassination of the Haitian president.
Oh shit!
Connection in a way. Now I'm not saying that the U.S. government had a say in it. I'm just saying what came across my desk.
Okay.
And what the headlines were.
Yeah, what does the headline say?
And the headline said, several tied to Haitian assassination plot were previously U.S. law enforcement informants.
Well, I'm going to just say that coups are a real thing, right?
Very real.
A coup is...
What tried to happen on January 6th? They tried to play
They tried to do a coup.
They tried to play off. What do you think storming the Capitol was? Do you think that wasn't a coup? Come on now.
That was a coup.
An organized group of people. That was a group of different organized groups. Many organized groups coming together to try to overthrow the government. And they're giving the first person that was prosecuted, they gave him 6 months?
Yep.
Fucking Tommy Chong got fucking 8 months for selling bombs. You want to get him up for 6 months? Let me not get on to
Hold
that.
on.
That's another.
Cool off, brother. Cool off, brother.
Don't get me started. Because it's a lot of fuckery that be going on. Woo. It's a lot of fuckery. Everything don't have to do with race, but we're seeing it.
It's pronounced.
Come on.
I just wanted to
show me different.
I just wanted to say for folks that don't know what the word coup is. A coup, spelled C-O-U-P, is a sudden, violent, and illegal seizure of power from a government.
There you go.
Basically, an overthrowing of the government. And I'm going to just let y'all know that it's so much evidence that shows that the United States had different kind of parts to play in several coups. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
No, directly.
No,
directly.
You're not saying fuck that directly.
No, directly.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's paperwork out there.
There's a guy who wrote a book called The Economic Hitman.
The Confessions of an Economic Hitman. This is not a plug. This is not a plug, but read that book, Confessions of an Economic Hitman, because it basically tells you how these bigger, richer countries go to these African countries and they try to force them to take out loans for infrastructures and stuff like that, but they don't really get the loan. They'll tell them that in order to get this loan, you have to use XYZ contractor, so yada, yada, yada. And if they don't go along, they'll plan to try to get that man killed and get somebody else take over, they'll play ball. And the second time, if you do play along, you don't actually get the loan. And then when you don't get the loan, you default on the motherfucking loan. And when you default on the motherfucking loan, then they say, okay, you defaulted, we're going to privatize the sector.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Privatize the sector, for those that don't know, is we're going to come in and we're going to run the electric, the water, the garbage,
whatever it is.
All the major systems.
Your utilities.
Control your life. We're going to allow the trade. We're going to control the trade routes. We're going to control your ports. We're gonna do what we want to do with your resources and your commerce that comes in and out, and that is economic takeover aka a coup. And this good country has been known to do those kinds of things. So I just want to say, man, look, man, there may be more going on with this assassination of a president.
Definitely. I mean, let me tell you what else. Sorry to cut you off, brother.
Because they sent some doses of the vaccine, though.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
How do we get on the vaccine now? Come on, brother. Break that down to me, brother.
All right.
Break that down. Come on.
All right.
Break that down.
Right. As a result of the assassination of the president, the United States sent aid to Haiti in the form of monetary investment in their police force, in their federal army, and also sent vaccines that the president that was sitting there got assassinated was not for and was not allowing.
Is this speculation, or this is something that slid across your desk?
Something that slid across my desk.
Come on, man.
It's something that slid across my desk.
Okay, that's what it is. And if y'all don't believe it, this is stuff you can look up. You can let us know. Hit us up. You know what I mean? Like, tell us that, hey, I heard something different.
If I'm wrong, correct me in the chat.
Go ahead.
Talk to me, though.
But yeah, I was hearing that there's some DEA connections.
Yep, like and subscribe.
Plug, like, and subscribe. You know what time it is, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the show. But back to the shit.
United States New York Times says 500,000 COVID vaccine doses to Haiti.
Damn. So you think that was like a
5 days ago?
That was like, I murked your boy, and I'm gonna show up to the funeral and put flowers on the casket. Yeah, and
is
that what that was?
Yeah, and then take advantage of your baby mama. Yeah,
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's how greasy it is.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's greasy.
Play like that.
Yeah, it's greasy. We're gonna take over all your resources. The shit that you left over, the shit that's
gonna get to that.
Yeah, no, we're taking that.
We're taking that.
So yeah.
So there's They're saying that those who who assassinated the Haitian president, connected to the U.S. government, connected to the DEA, as far as an informant of some kind of sort. So if I'm lying, call me out. Hit us in the comments. But you have anything else to add to that? I'm going to give you the point because we can speak on.
I will say
this any kind of way you want to,
I just will say this. Haiti, for those people that don't know, has been a divested country because of the revolution.
Speak on it.
When Haiti had the 1704 revolution, Toussaint and them, you know what I mean? L'Ouverture, right? When these brothers fought for freedom and secured freedom from tyranny in terms of slavery, they were disconnected from resources and international commerce, similar to Cuba, where France was the major government that was fucking with Haiti back in the day, right? And like sponsoring all the movements, and then they cut off all the shit and left them damn near destitute. And so for the longest amount of time, Haiti has been hobbled by these powers, these superpowers that have the power to create a coup, to do economic hitman shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And just in case again, if you don't know what a coup is, is what happened January 6th.
Yeah, they tried to stage a coup, which is a sudden grab of governmental power. In other countries, people lose their lives for that. Yeah.
People die for that.
Right.
No government takes it easy. So I'm just letting you know, I saw someone on the internet and they was like, I ain't saying, but I'm I'm not saying, but they know what time it is.
Right on.
They know what time it is.
You know, while we were speaking on Cuba and while we were speaking on Haiti, there's a lot of protests going on. Protests in Cuba for regime change. We don't know what that's about, but you know, if people are struggling in Cuba, God bless it. I salute you. I stand with you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely stand with the Cubans.
I want to say, like, I'm recognizing that there was some protests, you know, around this recent
You know what the
Haitian
protest was about?
assassination.
Oh, it was regarding the Haitian assassination?
No. In Cuba, I think the shit was about basically like being under an oppressive regime and a dictatorship kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, getting oppressed gets old.
And people want a different kind of lifestyle or a different way of being. At least that's what the media has presented to me that I consume. You know, so like, I don't know what's going on in Cuba. I would love to talk to somebody who got people on the ground in Cuba.
Right, I would love
because
to,
I want to know really what the protests are all about. I want to know what the issue is or whether or not this is some other kind of political theater. You know what I mean?
I think I kind of have an idea of what the issue is, because imagine being under a certain kind of rule for centuries or for, I want to say that, but decades.
Right? It's like communism.
You know, and it's not only just communism, it's like just an old way of thinking, one family, kind of like on a royal kind of standpoint, who makes all the decisions. See, at least royalty, they have prime ministers who actually run the country. You know what I mean? So to put it in the local to put it, you know, to compare it to something locally, I would say it's like, you know how in some cities you have the mayor.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, the mayor is the face. Every city has a mayor. The mayor is the face, but the city manager or the city manager, they're the one that run the city. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's exactly how it is. You know, and yeah, it's
deep, right?
It's
but,
deep.
But these kind of political play situations are interesting, and I just want people to pay a little bit more attention to these world events. There's also been some protests in the United Kingdom over vaccine passports. Now, I'm not going to keep steering us towards the vaccine, but I am going to say that people are not feeling good based on their demonstrations. It doesn't seem like they're feeling good.
I wouldn't feel good about that either. I wouldn't feel good about that because it's like, I'm not showing a passport for other immunizations that I got.
They want you to show a passport to go to the mall or to the store and shit.
Man,
you know
that shit out. You know,
to the movies and shit. You know
online shopping, fuck out of here.
Nah, bro. I'm going outside.
I mean, I'm going outside. I'm going outside too. I'm just saying, like, I'm not with the passport vaccine because it's like now you're getting deep into my like personal space.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I don't have to disclose that kind of information to you. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, now it's getting to the point like you hounding me like a parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, I'll have the freedom. I'm a grown individual. If I told you this is what I have, this is what I've done, then take my word for it or prove that it's not the truth.
Yeah, Scouts on it.
There you go. You want to get into the metaphysical moment, brother?
Metaphysical moment. Yeah.
Go ahead. Your turn, brother.
So, when I was thinking about this, right?
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about how when you brought up the black communities being erased, right?
Yeah.
I really felt strongly about that, I thought about this idea that sometimes you can do things so you can't be erased, you know? Now, I ain't talking about these billionaires that's out there these days trying to figure out how to transfer their consciousness into avatars. I'm not talking about those guys right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh shit!
Nerds.
I'm talking about more of like your legacy, your namesake, your progeny, your imprint on the world, your mark, your legacy. So, I'm just thinking about from a metaphysical perspective, there is something that you can do to stamp your energy in this reality.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And so whether or not that's like creating a business, whether or not that's like creating a family and a lineage, whether or not that's like making an impact socially or artistically. I'm just saying, like, make a mark, put some intention into making a mark, because at the end of the day, this time is valuable. So use it to make something that's going to hold you in a good light and keep a legacy alive. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you preaching over
there.
Man.
So that's the metaphysical moment, is make your mark.
Make your
Put
mark.
your energy into making a mark.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, you preaching, brother. Like, I mean, this is things that we need to know and our community need to start listening to, is about, leaving a legacy and, leaving something behind where, you can pass on, or something greater. And it can start at any level. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I need a whole lot of money. You could start something as simple as a community refrigerator.
Hell yeah. You can start something like Conscious Minds or Hella Coastal.
Right.
Or Overstanding.
And
I just want to say this too.
Go ahead, brother.
Let's make our own table, so we ain't got to beg for the seat at the enemy's table.
Come on.
Feel me?
Come on. And with that, it's Overstanding.
Oh shit.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
And if you don't like anything we said, then let us know.
Yeah,
tell us about it.
Let us know.
Tell us about it, because we'll have a conversation.
In your most humble internet tone.
Better be humble, brother. Alright, y'all be easy.
Oh shit.
Love.
Peace.
Peace.